he was taking vendors on his boat. Whether or not that filtered up to upper management, we have no evidence. As Paul, you asked before, we base things on evidence, not innuendo, not hearsay. We try to nail it down. What we nail down is that it rose up to that manager of the equipment side and the manager of the facility side. These are the decision makers over the checkbook in their respective areas, and so those are the people. A lot of your questions are about ODOT employees, okay? But the bigger picture is those are the decision makers that vendors target to influence. Okay? They've tried to make it very easy for those people to be on the take. I mean, it's all about who gets the money, and there's a lot of money going through ODOT and a lot of vendors who want a slice of that.
In those examples that you provided, I mean, how early were they appearing?
For years. For years. It's been going on for I mean, each of the guys that we're talking about are 25 plus year employees. They knew the system, they knew the policies, they knew the procedures, they knew how to take shortcuts, they knew the timing of the audits, they knew how to just stay out of trouble. And that's really, that's really the aim of the quality assurance reviews, is to make sure that there's not some huge problem. Our task, on the other hand, is somewhat different. It's to look at the tip of an iceberg and see what's below the water.
Sorry, could you tell me
Jim Canepa, Deputy Inspector General, last name is C-A-N-E-P-A.
What evidence, if any, do you have that shows that part of Kotochville and Cosmata worked together?
Well, again, if you read the report, it's pretty clear that you have a lot of cross-pollination in terms of each person's respective vendors. Each one had responsibility, authority over vendors who purchased from them. And you see vendors that as the report says, that Crotchville supervised their contracts, who fished with Cosmata on his charter boat. And you see vendors for Cosmata that are providing gratuities, trips, and so forth to Cosmata. So you see that in the report. It's pretty well laid out. But in terms of specific documents and testimony and recorded conversations, we have all that. However, we can't share it with you. The Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office has subpoenaed all of the records appropriately. We're happy about that because it won't compromise the investigation. But as Tom pointed out before, we're trying to give you in context what is already said in the report, and that's really the best we can do.
And to be clear, the report identifies Kotochville as having this kind of, I guess, fixation with strip clubs and the like. I'm not sure I understand the relationship between Cosmata and those same clubs and there was. In other words, was he as much into these clubs as Kotochville?
Again, read the report, Paul. What you'll see is they both frequented the strip club down in Valley View there. They both were in different venues where strippers that were frequented at those strip clubs were on boats with them. You sort of see that woven through this. It sort of permeates the entire case.
Could you tell us